Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I like to say every week, I'm still Dr. Arnold Nerenberg. Uh, Licensed to practice clinical psychology in the state of California since 1974. And what I like to say is I've been licensed to walk upon the earth since 1941. So I'm over 83 years of age. I should also say, given the content of what I'm presenting today, I'm a world champion powerlifter. When I was 65 years old, I took the title strongest drug-free man in the world for my age and my weight. And at 70, I took the title of world champion bodybuilder. So I have a lot of background in this. I've been working out for going on 70 years now. I've been working out going on 70 years. The title of today's presentation, the reason I'm giving you that background is because the title of today's presentation is the best workout plan of all times for all people. The best workout plan for all times for all people. Very bold claim. Very bold. So I'm saying to you that I have for you the best workout plan that's perfect for you. For every one of you. I'm going to give you the bottom line, the secret sauce, the secret recipe for the plan. Ready? You want to be writing this down. The best plan for you is one that you will keep to. The best plan for you is the one you're going to stay with. Just take a moment and take that in. That's the best plan for you. Something you're going to stay with, you're going to keep to it for a long period of time. And that's probably whatever exercise routine you're doing, it's probably not that. Now, certainly you have elite athletes, of which I'm one, where I've been working out for nearly 70 years. But also, the elite level, we really built ourselves up because we chose to compete. I competed in world champion powerlifting competitions. I took a world record in 2 different federations, the World Legion of Power and the World Natural Powerlifting Federation. I took bodybuilding record in the World Legion of Power and the National Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association. Now, that's not going to be you. The likelihood that you're going to become a world champion, it's possible if you set your goal to that and you compete. By the way, if you want to really build yourself up, compete. That will motivate you and drive you to really go the distance. But most of you, that's not going to be the case. Now, the best workout plan, again, is one that you will keep to for the long run. What's the hardest part of a workout plan? I want to give you one word. The hardest part for you to get in shape is getting started. Getting started is the hardest part. That's why if you commit to even 3 minutes a day of working out, that's an ideal plan for most of you. 3 minutes a day for the rest of your life. 3 minutes a day. That's something you could keep to. Go down to a few push-ups, do a few pull-ups, do a few leg raises, a few sit-ups. 3 minutes. It's easier to go from 3 minutes of working out to an hour than it is from 0 to 3. So getting started is key. Now, let me tell you something about getting started. There are going to be many days you won't want to do it. You're going to just say, the last damn thing you're going to want to do is work out. You're tired. You're busy. The kids need you. Your spouse needs you. You got to do some cleaning up around the house. Got to get ready for work. There's no end of the reasons why you shouldn't work out. There's so many good reasons why you shouldn't do it. A lot of good reasons. But then if you're going, well, I can do 3 minutes. Oh, heck, I'll do the 3 minutes. The key to a good workout is getting started in a plan you can keep to for a long period of time. Now, when it comes to men, all men started weightlifting for the same reason. We wanted women to look twice, and we wanted guys to think twice. All of us started for that. And women very often want to look good, want to be toned, want to be curvy, more like the way your body looks. Now, after a while, you're building yourself up, you're seeing results. That's very reinforcing. You go, wow, I like the way I look. And then you start getting compliments. You go, wow, you look good. I said, what, really? I look good? Well, thank you. Well, that's social reinforcement. So that for a lot of people, that's what kind of gets this going. Then after a while, you don't want to lose what you have. You say, wow, I worked so hard to build this up. I don't want to lose it. Then you get to a point where not working out is not an option. You just get to a point where you got to do it. You brush your teeth, you go to the bathroom, you comb your hair, you take a shower, you work out. It's just part of your routine. It's part of your life. You don't feel right if you don't do it. I'm giving you the psychology of staying with it. Again, I want to emphasize, if you really want to stay with it, sign up for a competition. I guarantee you're going to do a bench press, so you're going to be before everybody, and you're going to have that weight coming down on you. When I was 65, I set a world record drug-free of 365 pounds. 365 pounds. Well, that's a lot of weight coming down on you. So you're stepping up, and you will train harder than you ever did. As a world champion bodybuilder, it's a different training routine. Now, the best workout routine for me, when I first started out, there were no personal trainers. Heck, there were not even gyms. I started when I was 14. So I was at my basement in Long Island, had a little weight set. This guy, Abe Goldberg, had a little pamphlet. So you would do 10 sets. You would do 3 sets, 10 reps. So curls, you go, 10 times, you do 3 sets. Bench press, same thing. So that's what I did. And I did that for a long time. I did that for about 3 or 4 years. I saw results coming in. Then, as a power lifter, that routine, I had a different routine. You want to go 3 to 5 reps, 4 sets, 3 to 5 reps, where you're struggling for the last rep. And you're going particularly compound moves to kick up your testosterone. Compound moves, bench press, squat, deadlift, bent over rows, military presses. 3 to 5 reps. So the workout routine changed when I was going to be a world champion powerlifter, a world champion bench presser. I was a bench press specialist. Then at 70 years of age, I went into bodybuilding. Well, you don't do 3 to 5 reps. Then you're looking to pump up the sarcoplasm. You got the myofibrils, which respond to going heavy, fewer reps. The sarcoplasm is the energy fluid around the muscle, where you get a pump. It's got the glycogen, the mitochondria. And so you want to pump that up. You want to go at least 15 reps, 15, 20, 25 reps, 4 sets. So you're just going. You're pumping it up. Now, when you're pumping like that, you're getting a burn. You start getting that burn. Well, that burn is growth hormones. So you want to kick up that growth hormone production. Go reps, you go right into that burn. It hurts. It does hurt. Now, in powerlifting, you go 3 to 5 reps, and you're really struggling for that last rep. That kicks up your testosterone. If you start off your workouts with heavy compound moves, it'll increase your testosterone. That way, when you do isolation work like curls, tricep extensions, leg raises, whatever you want to do, those muscles will grow more because you have more testosterone floating in your body. Now, certainly you need to know this. The exercise itself, like weightlifting, does not build muscle. But lifting the weights causes constructive injuries, tears down the muscle. Then you're resting, proper nutrition, it builds up, it comes back stronger, it adapts to it so it gets bigger and stronger. Now, to help it get bigger and stronger, when you finish a workout, there's an anabolic window where the muscles are craving a protein. So if you can get a protein that's rapidly absorbed, like whey protein, that's excellent. Then after the workout, you want to get your branched-chain amino acids, which whey protein has. That's L-leucine, which is a very powerful anabolic amino acid. That's L-leucine, isoleucine, L-valine. They work together and just have a protein synthesis. Your muscles mostly made out of the amino acid L-glutamine. L-glutamine. So you want to get your L-glutamine. From time to time, you may want to take creatine, increase the strength and muscle size. Now, as you get older, you have to be concerned about losing muscle mass. It's called sarcopenia, loss of muscle mass. So if you take vitamin D with HMB, HMB stands for some really long name, vitamin D with HMB, they work synergistically. It help prevent sarcopenia, so you'll maintain your muscle mass. Now, let me tell you something about the gym, for most of you. I'm talking about you elite athletes that are going to be competing, which is not going to be most of you. 99% of you are not going to do that. You're not going to keep going to the gym. In fact, most people, when they sign up, half the people don't even use their memberships. And even if you're using it and you become a gym rat and you're really at it, you're addicted, you're an iron addict, you're hitting it, most people won't keep to it. You got to expand your idea of what is a gym. It's not necessarily a place you go to. The floor is your gym. The earth is your gym. You can go down and do push-ups, squats, leg raises. It's something you could do on the floor, or you can use isometrics, for example. I'll show you some isometric work right now. But the key thing about working out, a good workout plan, involves working out during downtime. The best workout plan is you have a plan for downtime. See, you're watching TV. See, you're pressing like that. Press the hands together like that. Hits the pecs. Works out the arms. Or you can do isometrics this way. You're pressing. So my right arm has got the tricep going down. My bicep on my left arm is getting a workout. Just sitting there watching, so you're getting a workout. And you switch it, the other arm. You're getting that. You're sitting down. You're a passenger in a car. You may have a little gripping device. I have one of those little squeezing gripping things. So my wife's driving, which she prefers to drive. So I've got a little workout routine where I do my grip exercise. You don't have any weights. You can have bands. If you travel, you can take the band with you. But you want to have something during downtime. When I go into the kitchen, I'm using the microwave. I've got a couple of dumbbells in there. I've got a band. I'll do some qigong. I'll do some stretching. As I'm waiting for the microwave to click off to a minute or 2 minutes warming up my food. You want to have an exercise during your downtime. That's something you could stay with. That's something you could do all your life, your downtime workout. So you don't want to define your workout as strictly going there to the gym, because everywhere is your gym. Although it's great to do it. I mean, definitely it's great to go there, and it's a very healing place for many. That's a lot of people's happy place. Nothing wrong with it. It's great. But for most of you, you're not going to keep with it a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. I'm talking times I've done it 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and I'm going on 70 years now. I've been to gyms. I built my own gym. I have one in my garage. I built one in my building here. I've got weights when I'm working out, watching TV. I have a video called Dr. Nerenberg's TV workout to do while you're watching television. So a workout you can keep with, you got to do downtime, and you got to change your idea of what a gym is. Everywhere is a gym. You know, you can do isometrics. You got the floor you can drop down to. Now, so you need to know when you need to switch that routine. You may keep it something for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And you say, you know, I how to switch. Like I went from powerlifting to bodybuilding. I went initially from just trying to build myself up from being a skinny kid to get some muscle on me. Then I went to powerlifting. Then I went to bodybuilding. Then you get to a point, you live long enough, where my goal in working out is staying alive. Yeah, staying alive becomes a full-time job. It becomes a full-time, really, and that's what it is for me. And it became a hobby. I'm happy to say staying alive became a hobby as well. So that then leads to I do the 5 rites of Tibetan yoga, I do qigong, do weightlifting. Heck, some days I'm not up to much. I just got over COVID a few days ago. I just go for a walk, do some stretching, a little yoga, slowly kind of get back into things. So you gotta mix it up. Depends on your situation. The key word is not how much time you spend working out. It's consistency. Consistency. 3 minutes every day is far superior to once in a while just putting in an hour or two. Steady every day. The consistency. As I said, it's easier to go from 3 minutes to an hour than it is from 0 to 3 minutes. Now, looking good, being healthy, not losing what you've built up, those are all good motives. Certainly our pride and vanity is very important. Ultimately, you want it for health, for longevity, and you want it so you'll be strong so you can serve your destiny. You can rise up to take care of what you need to do and to help you deal honorably. And to the extent you're in shape, it builds up your self-confidence, which enables you again you can use it very constructively to live an honorable life, serving your destiny and adding value to your family and to society. That's the ultimate use, the ultimate intention of working out. Well, it's been my pleasure to present to you the best workout plan of all times for all people. So now I'm going to open up a conversation. Well, I should also mention I have the world record on the power pull-up when I was 70 years old. We hung 140 pounds on me. I did a pull-up. Right before my 70th birthday, I pulled 14,000 pounds of trucks in a strength demonstration at Whittier College at a class on sports. So I have all kinds of different lifts, and they'll be put into this video. Okay, so I'm going to open up for comments and questions. You have a question, yeah.
If you had to pick just one exercise, what would it be?
If I had to pick one exercise, just one, it would be the push-up. When you're doing the push-up, it's working your back, your core, your arms, your triceps. It's hitting everything. If you had to do just one thing, it would be push-ups. Of course, you're going to want to do more than that, but hey, if you had just one, and for women, if you want to go down and do girl push-ups with your knees on the ground, doing 5 a day, 10 a day, whatever. Guys, if you want to do 10 push-ups, 15, something you're going to keep to. Remember, the best workout is the one you could keep to. If you can't keep to it, it's not the best workout. Not for you. It's got to be something you're going to keep to. Good question. I'm going to open it up and get other people's comments and questions because I know how important this is to everybody.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, there you go. Ivan, good to see you. Good to see you.
You too. Quick question for you. How extensive is walking? How good is versus running?
Well, you know, Walking is great because you're getting outside, you're moving the lymph, you're moving your blood, you're getting some oxygen, you're getting some vitamin D. Now, what's called HIIT, high intensity interval training, you go all out running for maybe 20, 30 seconds, and then you go a slower pace. That's excellent. Uh, I don't think people stay with that HIIT training year in, year out, decade in, decade out. But you go through phases. If there's a phase where you can do it, you keep up with it, that's excellent. Walking is something you'll do all your life. So have that as a foundation. Then at other times, add in HIIT training, sprinting, running. You're not going to do it all your life. You're just not, unless you're one of those very unusual people that's going to be doing these marathons or one thing or another. But walking is something you'll do all your life. And you can do it by yourself. You can do it with your loved ones. That's something you'll keep to, which is ideal. So I would advise walking, doing it, and then if you want to add HIIT on top of it, that's great. Good question, Ivan. Excellent.
Dr. Nerenberg, it's Fernando.
Fernando, yes, Fernando.
Yeah, I found it useful. Bert and I, when I met with him, he wanted me to kind of begin to walk a little bit more and trying to get with nature a little bit. And I've been using that time to kind of listen to the videos. And it's helpful because it kind of puts you in a different environment. And then I'm able to kind of be with nature and then listen to kind of positive messages while I'm walking.
That's a great combination. Reciting your commandments of honor, listening to the videos, and then on top of that, you're getting that fresh air, the vitamin D. And it's something about being in the open space. The psyche craves that. It also helps with anxiety. Just getting out and walking is a very powerful anti-anxiety medicine. And by the way, just movement itself is a medicine. It's very healing. A sedentary lifestyle is very dangerous. We know that now for a fact. It's right up there with smoking. In fact, they say sitting is the new smoking. Very good. Bert gave you good advice. Excellent.
Hello, Dr. Nerenberg. This is Dora.
Dora, welcome.
Yes, it's been appreciate that. Thanks for the mention about like movement during downtime. So what's actually helped me is like let's just say you guys are off work and stuff like that. I'll always set a timer every 45 minutes and choose the workout that I enjoy. So for example, my wrist is a little hurt from boxing. I'm just going to do like 10 squats, 10 hip and hinge, and when my wrist is good and healed up, okay, I'll do 10 push-ups. Then reset that thing like 45.
That is
minutes.
so wise. You just gave a key ingredient. You have to know how to work out around injuries, illnesses. Like I said, I'm coming back from COVID, so I had to go easy, step into some yoga, some walking, and some light weights when I start getting back heavier. And you're working out around that injury. I have so many injuries at times, and if an arm is injured, the right arm is injured, work out your left arm, or make sure you're hitting your core, do your legs. You can do pull-ups if you can't do pushing. Right now, doing pushing is hard for me. I have a shoulder injury, but I can do pull-downs with the weights, or I can do pull-ups. So exactly as you said, the key to staying with it is knowing how to work out around your injuries. You don't stop. You work out around your injury. Exactly. I'm so glad you brought that up. Good point.
And another thing I wanted to mention, Doctor, because I think on one of the sessions I was in the chat, some people get discouraged about the quantity of the workout they can do. And I was just like, look, if you can just do one push-up, full push-up with good form, just for one day, do it. And then you build up on it. And there's 2, there's 3. People say, how do I do 100 push-ups? I was just like, because I started with 10. So here's another thing. Don't be scared of the numbers and just do what you can.
That's a key point. A key point. The consistency is what matters. It'll build up. It'll come in line. Now, here's the other thing is, you might build up where you do 100 push-ups, and you don't want to do 100 push-ups. So you might be better off just doing 10 push-ups because you can keep the 10 push-ups a day. Whereas if you try to do 100 every day, you may say, oh, heck, I don't want to do 100 today because I'm not up to it. So sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more. So, for instance, I'll use myself as an example. I was doing the 5 rights of Tibetan yoga. I was spending about 10 minutes. Well, I expanded it to over 20 minutes. And guess what happened? I stopped doing it for 20 years. I didn't want to do 20 minutes. I went back 20 years later, I rediscovered it, went back to 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm doing it for years. Because I'll do 5 to 10 minutes. I won't do 20. It just gets too boring for me. It's not a matter of time, it's boringness gets boring. So for me, the best workout that I can stay with is doing less, particularly when it comes to the 5 rights of Tibetan yoga. Yeah. But excellent point. You're bringing up such wonderful, wonderful considerations. Beautiful. You're helping a lot of people with that. Excellent. Thank you. Other people have anything you want to ask or say, but it's a very important topic to everybody.
You've had a lot of injuries. What's the best way to prevent injuries?
All right. So the question is that he was saying I've had a lot of injuries, which I have. What's the best way to prevent them? Well, the best way is if you want to do a warm-up. So if you can do bench pressing, you may take light weights and you do 10, 15 reps, knock them out, and then you can start going heavier. But even with that, I've had injuries. A lot of times you have to watch out for overtraining. You know, you say, "Jack, I like doing this." You do it every day, or you go too heavy each day, and then you get an injury. You got to leave time for recovery and growth. So one of the best ways is not to overtrain. So, like I said, there are times when less is more. Then, of course, there's certain supplements that help heal up. MSM, chondroitin, fish oil, collagen powder, collagen proteins, 20 to 30 grams. All that helps. I also like to put the North Polar magnets, tape it onto my injuries. That helps with healing. Sometimes people need surgery. I've got some torn tendons. I never did the surgery, but the supplements I just told you are really good. Good question. Any other comments or questions about working out?
Hi,
Hello,
Dr.
Dr. Nerenberg. Oh,
Okay.
Hi, Bernice.
hi.
You go first.
Okay, thanks. I just have a quick question about, you were talking about prevention of injuries and, like easing into it. Do you recommend stretching before or after? Do you have a preference
Now, let me
that you've
tell you,
noticed works best?
Bernice, very good question. I was born in 1941, so when I was in high school in the 50s, we stretched beforehand. Now, in the last 20 years, the finding is you stretch after the workout. That in fact, you're more prone to getting injured if you work out ahead of time. So the warm-up that we do now is whatever exercise you're going to do, like a bench press, whatever, you take light weights and you do the warm-up that way. But you do the stretching afterwards. And the stretching also helps stretch out the fascia, which is the covering on the muscle. Afterwards, not my preference, it's what the findings are now. Although I grew up with stretching at the beginning. But it turns out it's best to stretch afterwards. Go figure.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, because I've taken, weight training classes, and I've spoken to really big dudes who are really, working out as their passion, and or friends that, have mentioned their preference. And I think, I forget what they said, but it didn't sit right with me. And it always made me feel weird about, okay, where does it fit in? But yeah, growing up, I remember, kind of not really stretching, but kind of, I had this old school teacher in middle school, and his name was Mr. Peterson. It's so funny. I was just thinking about him. He had us do like warm-ups where we would like kind of move our wrists and move our heads and move our ankles. And so it was more of a warm-up than I would say a stretch. But that makes me feel better about where to place it, because I never knew where I should put the stretching in.
That's the latest finding. I'm glad I can give you some clarification. It's a very good question. Very good. I'll tell you another way of warming up. When I took a physiology class as an undergraduate, if you take it with the gastrocnemius of a frog, which is the calf muscle, and you take the sciatica nerve attached to it, you stimulate it, and you see how much of a contraction you have on a chymograph drum. But if you took a flame and you warmed the muscle up, you give the same stimulus, it would contract more. You get a bigger contraction if you literally warm it up. So sometimes the way I warm myself up, I sit in front of a heater and I literally warm my muscle up physically. As a matter of fact, I have a heating blanket on the bench for bench press exercises, and I lay on that, warm up my muscle. So you do the warm up by light weights, but you can do the warm up by literally warming up your muscle.
So it's like stimulating, like the warmth of your body warming up.
It'll stimulate so it can stretch more for the same amount of neural input. You'll get a bigger stretch out of it, a bigger contraction, stronger contraction. And I learned that in that physiology lab back in around 1960, 61, yeah.
Makes a lot of sense because I tend to have a better workout in warmer weather. And I've noticed that it's easier to get going.
Yeah. And a lot of people are sensitive to what time of day. You know, a lot of the bench press competitions were early in the morning. That's not my strongest time. My strongest time used to be like 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon. In the morning, well, my brain's not in gear till 10, and my muscles are not. But I had to get ready for it because that was what the federations all had early morning contests. So, yeah. So the time of day and the temperature is very important. But literally warming yourself up will help you avoid an injury and get a better contraction.
Awesome. Thank you for that clarification.
No, you're most welcome, Bernice. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you're asking that question. Thank you. Emily, you were going to ask a question?
Well, I was just going to comment and say that I really do believe that staying active is probably the most important thing. I just left from seeing my 89-year-old grandfather and my 92-year-old uncle, who both of them, they're country guys, and they've always been active. They are just, my grandpa's in the yard still. He was still cutting down trees and herding cattle in his late 70s. And he works out still. He told me actually this time when we were there, he has a brother who's died of a heart attack, a sister who had a stroke. And he said he still works out because he's trying to avoid those things. So he has a treadmill in his living room. He stays active. And even trying to help him, I was like, oh, that box is kind of heavy. He's like, well, I got it, and he picked it up. So, so that's the thing is also, I believe that staying active is the most important thing because he wasn't a bad eater or anything, but he always had a drink at night. He still has a drink every night, not that I recommend that if you're active still, but I mean, for me, that would be horrible.
Emily, some guys can get away with drinking and smoking and everything else and have long lives and they're strong. I couldn't get away with it. A lot of us can't, but some people can get away with it. And he's one of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, and he doesn't overdrink. He'll have 2 drinks, but still, I think that's bad for somebody's health. But because he stays active, I think that's what helps him. And
then with the genetics, whatever, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, God bless him. But they gave you a good lesson in life, staying active. Exactly. Yes. Excellent. Thanks for your input on that, Emily. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything you want to ask or say before we conclude?
Hi, Dr. Nerenberg. It's Jan.
Hey, Jan.
Hi. So I had a question for you.
Sure.
What, if you did have any, what were your favorite pre and post meals or snacks and why?
Well, beforehand, I had a drink I made. I call it a Powerccino. I had a patent on it. But so the way it is, it's coffee, a little cocoa in it, and when I had my Power Ribose. So if you get D-ribose, because you want to generate the adenosine triphosphate that's burned in the mitochondria of your cells. And so if you take ribose, it helps regenerate the adenosine triphosphate. That's burned in all the mitochondria of your cells. So if you take D-ribose, I would have some coffee or a maca, with some chocolate in it, coffee, some D-ribose in it. Drink that before the pre-workout. It will pump you up and you hit it. I will not have those energy drinks. They're dangerous. But this one will help you a lot. And then, of course, the post one, you want your protein, particularly rapidly absorbed proteins like whey protein, or take your branched chain amino acids right afterwards. Some people even drink their branched-chain amino acids and L-glutamine drinks while they're working out, just keep it going in. This is a good way to do it. Good question.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Any other comments or questions?
Dr. Nerenberg?
Yes.
Hi, this is Grace. I'm
Hey,
jumping
well,
in.
hi, Grace.
How are you doing, Doctor?
All right.
I just want to congratulate you for being such a knowledgeable person, for helping out so many people. And I love and enjoy watching your videos. Thank you so much. May God bless you always.
Grace, and God bless you and your lovely husband and family. You know, like I said, staying alive became a hobby, and what a great pleasure and privilege it is for me able to share this knowledge with wonderful people like yourself, Grace, and the others that are here. It gives more meaning to my life, things that I found out that worked, that were right. But also, it's like my father said to me, he said, son, I have a lot of good advice to give you, not because I've been so smart, just I've been so stupid. So I'm really glad you can benefit from my mistakes and the things I found that work. But thank you so much for that, Grace. Thank you.
Thank you so much again for sharing all your knowledge and helping out so many people. May all those blessings come back to you.
They're coming back right. They're coming back right now, Grace. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Great talking to you, as always.
You and your family, your beautiful family.
Thank you. I'll give your love to them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're most welcome. Okay, well, it's been my pleasure to present to you the best workout plan of all times for all people. Thank you.
Good. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 75.
You got it. 24, 25, 26, 27.
Ready, Hugh?
Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna do a power grip. My record to date is 255 pounds. I'm gonna go for another record today with my witnesses here. Let's see how it goes. But I'm strong. I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm pumped. All right, 261 pounds.
Go, 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 go. Come on, you can do it. Go, 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 go.
Christ!
Yeah. Inverted power hang. 72 years old. Got it, doctor.